Eli Crane knows something about taking orders from the commander-in-chief. He's an Arizona congressman and a former Navy SEAL. Congressman, the president hasn't responded to this video just yet, but your reaction to this and the angle?
Laura, I thought it was extremely foolish and cowardly at the same time. I thought it was cowardly because if you can't name the unlawful orders that these guys are bringing up, in their video, that just shows me that you don't have the courage to even call out what you're talking about. Number two, I thought it was foolish because if you have to have, a joint statement video like this, and the messaging is so bad that reporters have to call your office to ask, what are you even talking about? You look extremely foolish.
Well, as a former Navy SEAL, served your country proudly, and you see someone like Congressman Crow, also, believe me, a former Army Ranger, correct? Yep. So he has the cred on the battlefield. He has the cred in the military. So what is he getting wrong here?
Well, he's getting it wrong because, like I said, they can't even mention. He came on Fox News earlier today, and when asked by Martha MacCallum, what are you talking about? What unlawful orders? He couldn't say it. Anything that the president has ordered our troops to do that was unlawful. He said it was preemptive. Really, Representative Crow, if it's preemptive, why didn't you guys make this video during the last administration? And it reminds me so much, Laura, of what we just witnessed with Epstein. They didn't care about Epstein at all when they had control of Washington, D.C. But now that President Trump is in office, they're banging that Epstein drum.
Congressman Crow told the Angle in part, the president is putting our service members in a very difficult situation. He's sending active duty troops to police U.S. cities and discussing using our military against the enemy within. We're reminding our service members about what the law and the Uniform Code of Military Justice clearly says, and you have the right and obligation to not carry out illegal orders. That's cute, but that's not what they're doing. I mean, I think, first of all, it's very demeaning to our members of the armed forces. Say, oh, you need a little reminding.
Right.
They do this day in and day out.
Right. Mr. Crow and Mr. Kelly both know that all of us receive that education and training in basic training. And like I said, they act like they just wanted to remind the soldiers and our sailors and airmen of that, but that's not it at all. You nailed it in your angle. This is about power, and this is a political move, pure and simple.
We asked Slotkin's office about specific illegal orders that have been made thus far in the Trump administration, and they told us, quote, when Trump asked the Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, if he could shoot protesters in the legs. Of course, that wasn't an order, and Trump has denied ever saying it.
Yeah, and absolutely.
That was that this administration? I don't think so.
There's a
2020.
Huge difference, Laura,
I was like, Mark Esper, I haven't heard his name in a long time.
A huge difference between making a comment and giving an order for our nation's military to follow. Whether he made the comment or not, there's such a big difference, and they all know it.
But, Congressman, they're mad at the American people, are they not? What they're really angry about is that 77 million Americans showed up to vote for Donald Trump. They thought they had killed him off politically. They thought the January 6th narrative was going to destroy him. I'm sure a lot of them weren't crying serious tears when he almost got killed. Remember, they were saying he wasn't even shot for a while. They were making fun of the ear bandage. So this has been the narrative all along. They are angry at America. Trump is just kind of the vessel for their anger right now.
Yeah, and they're also the supreme gaslighters, Laura. This is the same gang that told us that the border was secure, Joe Biden was in great health, and that Republicans caused the shutdown, right? It's almost like when they lie, they speak their native tongue. And the American people, thank God, I think, see right through it.
And if they want whistleblowers in the military, that's kind of funny coming from the Democrats after what the Biden administration did to whistleblowers when they were trying to, spread the word about what was happening there at the DOJ and beyond.
Well, Laura, look at recruitment. Recruitment is
through the
roof because, American service members and those young men and women who have patriotism and want to serve our country know that they can finally go serve a commander-in-chief and a secretary of war that are going to get our military away from all this woke nonsense, and they're going to get them back towards lethality.
I think that really annoys them. By the way, they got rid of the rainbow flag, the trans flag, the trans dances at the Pentagon. I mean, all that's gone. And they love that. That's the only thing they really, I'm not talking about Congressman Crow, he served, but a lot of these other Democrats, they really enjoyed the kind of social experimentation in the military and the social justice stuff. And that made them like the military. And that's gone, and they're really sad about it.
Yeah, but our service members clearly hated it. That's why recruitment was down, and now once again, it's right back up.
And that's also why they cheer Hegseth and Trump. And I've been there when they're with the military, and those people love them, and they were respectful to Biden, obviously, as they always are going to be. But they hate the fact that the military loves Trump. Congressman, couldn't have been a better guest tonight. Great to see you. Thank you so much, and for your service to this country.
Thank you, Laura.
And knowing what an illegal order is. Thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.